Just imagine, for a moment, you're planning on moving to a new town and you want to experience all of what that town has to offer. My goal is to deliver to you today a bit of what Bentonville and the surrounding area has in store for you in springtime. No, it's not going to all be rainbows and butterflies, although we do have those in springtime. I'm going to share with you some things that I know some of you are going to find unpleasant. But I will wrap it up at the end with some fun and exciting activities and events. Much like how spring comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. And at the end, I'm going to share with you some of my family favorites of how we like to experience spring in Northwest Arkansas. Jumping right in, we need to discuss what are some of the hazards and things we need to watch out for. And now I warn you, again, there's going to be some things that you're not going to find pleasant in this section. As it is springtime, as the birds come back and the leaves are on the trees, you're outside, make sure that you're paying attention to bugs. So we've got mosquitoes and we have mayflies and all those sorts of creepy crawly things that we don't think about during the wintertime so much. So in springtime, be thinking about watching out for spiders, snakes, mosquitoes. Yes, we have those here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I know you don't like talking about snakes, but not all snakes and spiders are bad. So I did some research for us to want to find out when you're here what to watch out for, okay? There are 4 snakes and 4 spiders that I want to draw your attention to, so maybe you need to take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. It's just a screenshot. So the first snake I want to draw your attention to is the copperhead snake. That's the eastern copperhead. Snake number 2 is the northern cottonmouth, and here's what this one looks like. Next is the timber rattlesnake. And lastly, we have the western pygmy rattlesnake. I actually like this one. It kind of looks pretty cool. So those are some things, those are some snakes you want to watch out for, maybe while you're outside, or maybe you're going to let the kids know here's what they look like, so they know what to identify, and so they don't get scared or nervous, and they know exactly what they are and what to look out for. Then, of course, there are spiders that we need to watch out for. Some, like a daddy long's legs, we don't need to worry about, right? But there are 4 spiders that I want to draw your attention to and make sure that you're aware of. And the first one that you're looking at right now is the black widow spider. You might be familiar with this one. It's black and it has a red hourglass shape on it. The next one is the brown widow, which you can actually find in the lower part of the United States. The black-footed yellow sack spider is in all of the entire United States, but we have those here. And then the one that is specifically in our area is known as the brown recluse. This is a fiddleback. It's in 15 to 17 states right here in the middle of the United States. And so I wanted to bring your attention to those, so when you're out and you see spiders or you see snakes, yes, I know, it's unpleasant, but we got to address those things so we know what we're looking at. But springtime, you're out and about, those are going to be out and about as well. I bet you're a bit like me. When you're doing research about a new area, you're looking for information that's accurate and useful, maybe even a bit comical. And that's what I'm hoping to deliver to you, my friend. And if you're finding this information that way, would you do me a favor? Hit that like and subscribe button. That way you're informed of all the information about life in Bentonville. Arkansas is a very active state. And here in Northwest Arkansas, here in Bentonville, the mountain biking capital of the world, there are people out and about all the times on bikes and scooters and one-wheels and motorcycles and pedestrians. So that's something to watch out for when you're here in springtime, and probably most other places in the United States is, for the last few months, not too many people have been walking down the sidewalk or running and needing to use the crosswalk. So that's a hazard and something to watch out for as you're driving, as you're riding your bike, or what have you, going around town. The next thing to watch out for, because during this time of year, Arkansas gets about 15 inches of rain, is those ginormous, unassuming mud puddles on the side of the road as you're driving. Yes, it might be fun to drive through those and splash up and see the big wave of water go about, but those can really actually pull your car toward the side of the road, so be careful with those. And that brings us into our next section. We're going to talk about weather now. I want to share with you what the weather's like here in Northwest Arkansas. Go ahead and finish this phrase for me. April showers bring Mayflowers, that's right. So with those Mayflowers, let's tie back to hazards real quick. With hazards in regards to the weather, it gets warmer, Flowers are blooming, trees are blooming, so there's some allergens that might be in the air to cause your eyes to be itchy, your nose to get stuffy. So that is a hazard to watch out for. Let's bring it back to weather again. So Arkansas receives about 15 inches of rainfall April, May, and June, about 5 inches apiece per month. So with that, warmer weather brings more people outside, brings the grass to be green, and I have to talk about the grass. So many people moving here from other places like, Anthony, why is the grass so brown? Why are the trees so gross and nasty outside during this time of year? Well, my friend, with the warmer weathers, with the sun shining, what we're going to start seeing is that Bermuda grass that is just about in every neighborhood in Northwest Arkansas. That Bermuda grass is going to start turning green with the leaves budding and everything starting to look a lot more beautiful outside.
The average springtime temperature here in Bentonville, we're going to see lows in the 50s and we're going to see highs in the 70s. Just a couple days ago, it was actually about 76 degrees while I was out mountain biking at Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve.
I'm not a meteorologist, but maybe you are. So follow with me back to science class in middle school or high school. We learned that when warmer temperatures coming and it hits a cold front, what happens?
Tornadoes, inclement weather, lightning storms. What's going to happen? Well, the cool thing is we have these people that are going to let us know that a storm is on its way. Arkansas receives about 35 to 40 tornadoes a year as the entire state is concerned. The last one that came through our area down in Springdale was last March. So if you're concerned about tornadoes and you're moving to the area, just remember, if you're on the West Coast, we don't get earthquakes with no warning. We at least get a warning with a tornado.
All right, my friends in the West Coast, I give you a hard time just because a lot of people, when they're moving here, they ask me, Anthony, are there tornadoes in your area? Yes. This map shows you that if you're looking to move from the West Coast, west of the Colorado Rockies, and move to anywhere east of the Colorado Rockies, there's a very good chance you're going to experience some tornadoes. You've probably heard of Tornado Alley, and Tornado Alley, where we see most of those tornadoes according to this map, is Oklahoma and Texas. Now, granted, we are going to see some tornadoes in Arkansas, but statistically speaking, Arkansas has about as many tornadoes as Minnesota does. So, sorry again, I got to give you guys a hard time, but thought I'd dispel some of those myths there. Thunderstorms also bring hail, which is something that's very common here. So, something to be paying attention to. Hail can be very damaging to your personal property, whether it's your vehicle or whether you're looking to purchase a home. You're wanting to look at those sellers' property disclosures to see maybe they have a new roof. Could very well be the case because there may have been a hailstorm that come through recently and put on a new roof for these folks. And if you buy a house that doesn't have a new roof, you might just have to wait till the next storm, and then there you go. So at the start of this video, I told you that it wasn't going to all be rainbows and butterflies, but now that the tornadoes and the thunderstorms are past, we do have sunshiny days here as well, sunshiny warm days. It's going to feel like the early start of summer. Now that the doom and gloom is all over, maybe we should lighten it up a bit. What do you say?
So what do you do in spring in Northwest Arkansas? Well, you could go to a baseball game, go watch the Razorbacks. You could watch the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. You could also come here and go walk around Osage Park. I would bet to believe that you could probably use your rollerblades, scooters, maybe even a one-wheel. But Osage Park is absolutely beautiful in the spring and summertime with the beautiful weather, airplanes flying ahead, and just a time to be outside.
From Bentonville to Fayetteville, we see the return of farmers markets, music festivals, and events. Now, I understand Rogers has a farmers market, but if you're watching this video, I understand that Bentonville's a little bit better. Some people down in Fayetteville might argue that their farmers market is a little bit better, but as far as music festivals, there's the Fresh Grass Festival, which is all about bluegrass. The AMP is back open, so the Walmart Amphitheater there just off of I-49 has lots of mainstream shows that are coming there. The Roots are coming. Dave Matthews Band is coming and a few others, so be paying attention to their schedule. And that all starts here in spring. A couple of the notable events I want to draw your attention to. Number one is the Bentonville Bike Festival, which is at the end of May. Oh my goodness, it is a phenomenal event. Anything about mountain biking, trick biking, enduro racing, you name it, All ages from 0 to 99. Come check it all out. The other event I want to draw your attention to is the Bentonville Film Festival. Yes, and if those of you that are local are watching this, you know that it happens in June, but technically spring goes until summer solstice, which starts on my anniversary. June 20th, June 21st is when that happens. The Bentonville Film Festival is co-founded by Gina Davis. Yeah, this lady.
Pops it up. Bow. She's under it. Oh, Elmore sucks. What did...
Mountain biking in Northwest Arkansas, and especially here in Bentonville, you can do all year round, but it seems like a lot more people dust off their bikes, head out onto the Kohler, Slaughter Pen, or even up into Bella Vista on the back 40 trail systems now during springtime.
I see it all the time on social posts, whether that's Facebook or Instagram. People are asking, what's the weather going to be like? I'm coming down to Northwest Arkansas to go mountain biking. So people always ask about that. But I will give you the confidence. Please understand, if you're coming here to mountain bike on a relocation trip, you want to come and look at houses and then go mountain biking, know that even though it might be raining, there are miles and miles of wet weather trails that you can go ride while you're waiting for your favorite jump line to dry up.
We are here at Osage Park, but there are numerous parks scattered throughout all of Bentonville and of course Northwest Arkansas. Be sure to check one of those out.
Arkansas being the natural state, we have a lot of features and things to do outside, on water, near water, through water. But this time of year, the water isn't that warm just yet. Up in Bella Vista, there are 7 lakes to go canoeing, kayaking, paddleboarding, fishing. Over in the east side of town, we have Beaver Lake, which has a lot more of your boating and lake activities. There's Lake Elmdale, Lake Fayetteville, Lake Bentonville.
Bentonville Lake? Did you know that Bentonville has a lake? Well, it does.
At the beginning of the video, I said I would tell you what some of my family's favorite springtime activities are. We've been cooped up sometimes in the winter, but we want to go out around all these lakes and rivers. There are hiking trails. One of our favorite hiking trails is Tanyard Creek in Bella Vista. It's a time when the weather, like I said, is warm, and wear some water shoes, wear some sandals, wear something that you can take off and go wade around in the water with the warm weather as it's heating up, and kids can play in the water. It's nice to keep yourself cool with feet in the water. Another place you could do that we haven't tried out just yet as the girls have gotten older is Devil's Den State Park. But we do like to go over to Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve. Maybe while I'm up riding the trails, the girls can be down by the water and they like to hang out and play with friends down by the water. While the girls are playing by the water, my wife likes to go and grab maybe a kombucha over there at Airship Coffee. If you're feeling even more adventurous, go out east, visit my friends at the Buffalo Outdoor Center, and they'll get you set it up. It's canoe season this time of year to go float down the Buffalo National River. While you're there, be sure to go check out Arkansas's most pictured point, that is Hawksbill Crag or Whitaker Point. It's a beautiful hike down from the road. Just be sure not to get too close to the edge. Seems like a good video idea, don't you think? There's no doubt that springtime is an exciting time here in the Bentonville area. How would you feel if you made Northwest Arkansas your home? Stay tuned, as I would love to introduce you to more of what life is like in Bentonville.